Welcome to today's Explainer. We are jumping right into a truly heartwarming story today, one that perfectly captures the incredible reciprocal nature of kindness. Sometimes the absolute most profound lessons we learn come from the simplest everyday interactions. Today, we're unpacking a beautiful narrative that proves just how far-reaching a single moment of compassion can be. It's like dropping a pebble in a pond. The ripples go out in ways we could literally never predict.
So let's start with a big question. Can a single act of kindness change a life forever? It's so easy to think that making a real difference requires, grand gestures or massive resources, right? But as we dive into this, I want you to keep this question right in the back of your mind. We're going to trace how one small, seemingly insignificant act of compassion completely changed the game.
Okay, picture this. It's a cold, miserable, rainy evening. The kind of weather where everyone is just rushing to get indoors and dry off. And there, sitting completely alone under an old wooden bench, is a tiny orange kitten. She's the absolute picture of isolation, just a tiny little life stranded in a really harsh environment. And here's the heartbreaking part. She is completely unnoticed by the busy world passing her by. She's hungry, she's scared, and she's shivering in the damp cold, crying out with this gentle, soft meow. Yet people are walking right past her. Everyone's just too busy with their own lives to notice a creature so small. It really paints a picture of just how immensely vulnerable she was in that moment.
But right as the light is fading on that gloomy street, things take a turn. An older woman named Emma happens to be walking by. Now, unlike the crowds of people before her, her attention isn't entirely consumed by wherever she's going. She actually stops. She hears those tiny, desperate cries over the noise of the rain, looks under that wooden bench, and spots the frightened kitten.
And Emma doesn't just pass by. She gently scoops up the kitten, wraps her securely in a warm towel, and makes this incredible promise. She says, "You'll never be alone again. I'll call you Sunny." I love that. By giving her this bright, warm name, Emma completely restores the kitten's identity and instantly brings her into a family.
Fast forward a bit, and the contrast is just night and day. Gone are the cold, rainy streets and being totally invisible to the world. Sunny's new normal is absolutely beautiful. Every morning, she waits by the bedroom door to wake Emma up with gentle purrs. She follows her out into the garden, sits right beside her while she reads, and every single evening, for sure, she is curled up on a warm lap. It's a complete 180-degree turn in her quality of life.
But, as we all know, life can change in the blink of an eye. One sunny afternoon, that peaceful routine just shatters. Emma is simply out doing what she loves, watering her flowers in the garden. But in a split second, the ordinary becomes incredibly dangerous. She slips, and she falls hard to the ground.
Let's break this down minute by minute, because every single second counts here. At minute 1, Emma is on the ground and she simply cannot stand up. By minute 5, she's calling out for help, but nobody hears her. She is just as isolated in her own garden as Sunny was under that bench. But wait, at minute 6, Sunny registers the danger, and she doesn't hide. She sprints straight to the front gate. By minute 10, this little cat is putting everything she has into meowing as loudly and frantically as she possibly can, until finally a neighbor notices, rushes over, and calls an ambulance.
So, Emma goes to the hospital, and when she's finally out of the woods and returns home, she pulls Sunny into this tight, emotional hug. Through tears, she whispers, "You saved my life." It's just wild to think about. The tiny, helpless creature she had rescued had just returned the ultimate favor. Well, in a local community, word travels fast, right? Soon, the entire neighborhood hears about the remarkable sequence of events that went down in Emma's garden. They don't just look at Sunny as a stray cat anymore. They actually start calling her the hero cat. And this is the turning point where their private, quiet bond starts to have a massive impact on the wider community. It sparked this incredible chain reaction. Think of it like a giant puzzle of compassion falling into place. Step 1, Emma saves Sunny. Step 2, Sunny saves Emma. But the magic didn't stop there. Step 3 is the real kicker. Inspired by this unbelievable story, local families actually started going out and adopting homeless cats of their own from animal shelters. The kindness literally multiplied and spread like wildfire.
A few weeks after the whole ordeal, Emma actually takes Sunny on a visit to a local school. She tells the kids something so important. She says, "Every animal deserves love. I rescued Sunny, but one day, Sunny rescued me." What a way to teach the next generation that compassion is never a one-way street, It's this beautifully reciprocal energy.
Which brings us to the universal truth embedded in this whole journey. It's simple, but it's profound.
A single act of kindness can change 2 lives forever. Love given to animals always finds its way back. Emma proved that the smallest heart can hold the greatest love. And Sunny, well, Sunny proved that kindness always circles back to us in the absolute most unexpected ways.
We've followed the ripple effect of one single good deed today, all the way from a lonely wooden bench to changing an entire community. So, I want to leave you with this. Knowing that the smallest heart can hold the greatest love, how will you choose to show kindness today? Because, as this explainer brilliantly illustrates, you never really know whose life you might end up saving. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next one.